God, please forgive me of my sin. You are where I am because of the blessings. From the dirt to the grind. Now the Best Pest Podcast is real talk. That's what we do. Unstoppable. That's the proof. It's an obsession. Won't stop. Can't stop. Best Pest Podcast. Best Pest Podcast. Robert and Josh, we on that. Love it or hate it, we not back.
Welcome back to Best Pest Podcast. I'm Robert.
And I'm Josh. And today we're going to get started on talk about subterranean termites.
Yep, subterranean termites. So, have you done any termite jobs lately?
No, it's been a couple months. The last one I done was for a property management.
Yeah, we just did one the other day in Temple.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I was there doing a rat service and flipped over some wood right next to the house, and there was termites.
Yeah.
I try to teach my guys to look. I mean,
always.
The lady was like, "Hey, should we get a treatment?" I was like, "Absolutely. If this is your investment, it's a rental home. It's a nice house."
Yeah.
I said they're a couple feet from the house, so if I did an inspection inside, I didn't see any, but I can promise you this time next year they're probably going to be in your walls.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because they were on a piece of wood right next to a wood fence that was touching the house. So.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So today, subterranean termites. What are subterranean termites? They are social insects that generally live underground. The colonies contain workers, soldiers, reproductive, and queens and kings. Workers search for food, feed in colonies, build shelter tubes, and cause most of the structural damage. Soldiers defend the colony. Winged reproductives or swarmers help establish new colonies.
Yep.
They feed on cellulose containing materials such as wood, paper, cardboard, and such building material products. They need moisture and usually avoid open air exposure.
Yep.
They do not eat concrete, but they travel through the cracks on the concrete. I think they need like an eighth of an inch.
Yeah, it ain't much.
So getting back to the workers are the ones that are building the shelter tubes.
Yep.
And when you're doing you're not all the time you're going to find a shelter tube.
No, not all the time.
Yeah.
It could be coming up in the crack inside the home on the foundation slab, or if you have a crawl space, it could be inside of one of the piers, or the foundation walls if it's block foundation, not solid concrete.
Yeah, I think it just needs like an eighth of an inch
Believe so.
gap or little crack in the concrete.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's I got to the point where I'm not really drilling too much anymore.
Not unless it's a suspension joint.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a suspension joint, yeah, but if it's...
Or a crack,
yeah.
a stress crack on the porch that touches the house,
yeah,
right?
Yep.
I think you taught me that years ago, and I think after that we kind of really stopped drilling the full house.
Yeah, too many incidents.
Yeah, because monolithic slab, it's all one pour, so, and hit water lines.
Yeah,
Lord
if you trench
mercy.
around the outside of it, I mean, the odds are you're covering it there anyhow.
Yeah. So
yeah, these contractors run water lines and main water lines under porches around this area for some reason.
Yeah, Lord have mercy. I know it's been a years back, but I had 3 termite jobs scheduled, and it was either the same day or within 2 days, and I hit water lines on 2 of them. And those water lines, no bullshit, those water lines were that far in the concrete.
Just a few inches.
Like in the concrete. Like they just threw the water line in there and just poured the concrete on top of it.
So
on the front porch.
Most of your concrete slabs are, 4 to 6 inches thick?
Yeah. And they were halfway through it. I mean, they were actually literally in the concrete. Like both of those, I had to hire somebody to come out, bust the concrete out, and fix the water line and re-pour the porch.
Yeah, and most times,
It's
rather they do the whole porch. And not just patch it in, because then it'll look like a mess.
Yeah. And then remember the...
That's ridiculous.
Those little stoppers that working, but they don't even work when you have PEX.
No.
When you're drilling down, if it hits a pipe or something, it'll just shut off.
Protec or Protec boxes. Yeah. Astro Exterminating back home in Georgia doing terminal work for them. They use those little Protec 2 boxes. Same ones, a little orange boxes you plug in the wall, you plug your tension cords in, you got a trip thing in there. But if it's PEX or PVC or anything like that,
it don't work.
You ain't tripping it.
Yeah.
If it's metal, galvanized, copper, things of any type of metals, well, it'll stop it as soon as it touches it.
There ain't nothing worse. There ain't not a worse feeling in the world when you're in the pest control industry and you're at a termite job and you go to drill and next thing you know, water starts shooting like 10 feet in the air.
Shoots the ceiling above you.
And then not even that, because then you got to get to the water shut off. You got to cut it off. And then the homeowners, like the first one I hit, I had to put them in a hotel for like 2 days until the contractor got out there and fixed everything. So I definitely lost money on that one. I went from like an $1,800 job to
a negative.
I think it cost me. What did it cost me? That first job that I hit, it was like $5,800 or $6,000 for them to come out and tear the concrete up and then replace the water line.
Yeah.
So the swarmers, winged reproductives and swarmers, when we're doing inspections, what are we looking for?
Technically, when I go and do an inspection on the house, I'm gonna look around, see if I see any termite tunnels, mud tubes going up the walls on the exterior, on the slab. You'll definitely see that. On the inside, if I'm inspecting, any dirt spots on the walls, any deflections in the sheetrock, even like on the windowsill, and definitely wings.
Yeah.
Or swarmers.
Sure. Oh, man, I'm going to tell you, those spider webs are the best.
Oh,
your
yeah.
best friend.
Spider webs in the corners?
Yeah, man, because you'll see a termite in there or you'll see those wings in there.
Start looking.
Man, and then you're like, okay. So, and even at that point, even if I don't see nothing else and I see some wings like in the garage on a spider web.
Yep.
And I'm like, they're around.
Yeah,
like,
they're somewhere.
It
could be from outside swarming in.
Yep.
From the yard, but it's close enough to be a threat. I can tell you that.
100%. And they call and like people that are watching this, if you're not, if you don't have a termite license, you ever went through training and things like that, they cause major damage.
Quick.
So
and like they say, most termites, if you see them up toward the ceiling, they say they've already been there for more than a year.
Yeah, because the subterranean that we deal with here in Central Texas, they're starting from the ground.
Yep, and going
right,
up.
and
they're going up. That moisture.
So once they get to the ceiling, they've already eaten that whole 2x4
all the way up,
wall, or maybe even 2 or 3 2x4s.
And no telling how far this way they went, left to right.
Yeah. So what is the rule of thumb on treating? So if you say you did a spot treatment,
typically on spot treatment, I would normally, if it's just like in one confined area, and if it's like an entire wall ate up, then I'll treat that entire wall. And then most of the time I'll do 10 foot on one side and 10 foot on the other side.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it's in one single spot, like say it's just in a windowsill, then I drill either wall voids and foam it, or if you have to, you can drill through the slab. But I don't like doing that.
Yeah, on the inside.
All. But wall drill through the sheetrock.
Will you, if it's on the exterior wall, do you actually will you trench on the outside?
I would trench on the outside. Yeah, trench on the outside. If there's any porches, it goes back to that not wanting to drill as much for causing any damages. But if it's an expansion joint, then I'll drill it and pray that nothing happens.
Yeah.
But if it's just on the outside wall, dirt on the other side, I'll trench, from where the termites are, 10 to 15 feet this way on both sides. Same way on the inside, drill what I need. That should cover the area pretty much.
Yeah, for sure. I try not to do spot treatments.
Yeah,
I give them a full quote, like for the full treatment, because the Termidor, and we're going to get into that to our next episode on Termidor HE and versus the base stations, but it's going to protect your home for up to 10 years. So
yeah, at least.
At least, and maybe longer. So
most of your warranty or your label says 5 years.
10.
Oh, it says 10 years.
Yep.
Oh no, crap! I thought it was 5.
Mm-mm. No, up to 10 years. It says up to 10 years.
Oh, that's good then.
And then honestly, on retreats that I've not I wouldn't say retreat from my company or from ours, but other places that I've done termite jobs that had a treatment before.
It's
always on the 11th year.
Yeah.
Every
I'd say anywhere between the
time.
9th to 11th year.
Yep.
They've always had termites come back.
Honestly, every time I've done one, and I've probably done about 10 of them over the last 7 years that had a termite treatment before, and every single one of them was on the 11th year.
No crap. That's good though.
Year, yeah.
Hey, let you guys know that product works.
Yeah, no, termites top of the line. So, the cellulose or wood or anything like that, it's laying up against the house. Let's get that out, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
Remove that. And cellulose can be anything. It can be wood, paper.
The foam board that's behind the
it can be the little brown paper on the back of the sheetrock.
Yep.
They will eat anything that's cellulose. Cellulose is anything that's made of wood.
Right.
Has a wood, material to it. So I've seen in places like working with Orkin, they actually have like if I'm not 100%, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's like a Bible that they have in like a little plexiglass or glass case inside their corporate office, where termites came into like a book room and ate
Through the book, through the
like,
pages.
They came up through the house. I don't know if it's on the outside or inside wall, but they came up and they literally ate the bookshelf and the books and everything on the shelf. Like they tore like you can they open a book up and like half the books like in the V's missing. They got termite like dirt and stuff still on it, and the book's sitting in a case. Like I think it's a Bible.
Yeah.
Like, they came up and just ate the Bible, and that's pretty cool to have that on a display in their main office.
Yeah,
it's pretty
cool. That is pretty neat. Yeah, so especially technicians out there that are getting new into the termite world. I got 2 of them that's going to be taking a test pretty soon because I need them to know termites.
Yeah, that
So
test is tricky, by the way.
Yeah, that test is pretty
I'll
hard.
tell you, I've been doing termite work for many a years, and I took that test.
Yeah.
I think I failed it 3 times.
You finally passed it, but it's all good. As long
Once
as
I
you
passed it, I was
yeah.
like a 90-something or
And
something
this
like
dude
that.
taught me termites. He knows everything about termites, like out in the field, on job
work.
training, field work, and things like that. But then when it comes to the test, they ask some mathematical questions and some other questions that are like, what? Well, here in Texas, it's not just the termite test; it's a wood destroying insect test.
Yeah.
So you'll get
not
some wood
familiar
boring beetle
with.
questions and things like that
You're really not familiar with.
yeah, that you're not familiar with. So
Yeah.
for sure.
And you're like, I don't know this stuff. Like, I know how to treat it. I know how to take care of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything as far as what the book says about them.
Exactly.
Like, I think it's these, or I think it's these. Now, there's many different wood-destroying beetles.
Yeah.
And
There
they
is
all almost
boring
look the
beetles
same.
and things
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, you
yeah.
got your wood borers and your powder post beetles, and they have all these scientific names for them that they tell you. I'm like, I don't know what the scientific name of these are called.
Yeah, and you'll never have to know that scientific name again. Like once you pass the test, like I passed mine, I don't know, probably 9 years ago, and never have I used any of the scientific names on anything.
No, because it's just.
I mean, unless you're going to go to college and study
Yeah.
insects or ants or
Entomologist
whatever,
or something.
something like that.
I mean, it's great to know. It's good information to know, but it's useless to us in a way.
All right, man. So we're gonna move on to the next thing here. What we got is termites versus ants.
Okay.
And so what the different features, we got the antennas, like termites antennas are relative straight, right?
Yep. Pretty straight.
And then your ants are going to be elbowed.
Elbowed. Yep.
The waistline is going to be like uniformed on the termites. It's going to be like a straight looking.
Almost like a grain of rice.
Exactly.
Like a one solid piece.
Yep. And then the waist on a flying ant is going to be narrow and pinched, and you'll
see.
I mean,
like
once you're
3,
studying it, you will know 100%.
Yeah, 3 like little body sections compared to like a termite swarm would have like a head and like one long body. It looks like.
Exactly. Yep. And then that was the next one for the body is like a soft looking uniformed body, clear. And then the flying ants are usually clear segments. So you'll be able to see the segments. I think termites do have segments. It's just hard to see because they're so in. But the ants, the flying ants, you're gonna clearly see the different body segments on
what
there.
is it, the head, thorax, or abdomen, thorax, or some crap. I can't remember which way it goes.
Yeah,
Like
head, abdomen, and thorax. Yep.
Yeah, you have 3 different.
Yeah, and then on the wings, the termite wings are paired and similar, the same length, right?
Yeah,
So on
2
the
and 2 on both sides.
And then the flying ants are front wings are larger, so you'll know as a homeowner.
4 wings, 2 and 2 doubled on top of each other, be a termite, and an ant would just have 1 and 1.
Yeah, exactly. So, as a homeowner, if you never dealt with termites before, I could see where it can be a kind of an issue. But if even you're a technician and you should know the difference.
I done a real quick for property management. I want to say it was. They done inspection last month, but I have to get the job. I do have a job lined up, termite job. But they went in and the renter there was like, hey, a company, just want to let you know, a company came out and done an inspection. He's like, but they found, he called them swarming ants, like in like the big garden tub in the bathroom. I'm like, okay, we'll go take a look at it. And I walk in there and I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, he's 100% right on that. That's ants.
Yeah.
He's like, and then the guy's like, okay, I just want to,
make sure
because the property management went with the homeowner's company, and then I do work for that property management. So that the property management actually got me, because I do work for them, to come, like, I guess, get a second opinion on it.
Yeah.
And I walked in there and told the guy, I was like, yeah, that's 100% ants. Like, that's swarming ants.
Yeah. But were they carpenter ants or were they?
I think they were carpenter ants. They look like carpenter ants. And I said, but I'll go into inspection on the whole house, and I'll definitely check the outside.
Yeah.
And I went in, done
Did you find any
inspection.
termites?
Oh, yeah. All the way down from one end of the back of the house to the other side.
Yeah.
The bedroom, the dining room, living room, and the bay window in the kitchen. Every window sill through there has termites. You can see little dirt spots all over the walls from the floor to the ceiling. I walk around the outside. There's probably 4 or 5 or 6 termite tunnels coming up straight up the slab.
Yeah.
And that told the renter, and he's like, yeah, the other guy didn't even look on the outside.
Oh Lord, what was it? Another pest control guy?
Yeah, it's like another pest control company came out there to see, like, the homeowner, the property manager of the house, but the homeowner got his company to come do inspection.
Yeah.
He came straight into where they thought they seen
They
swarmers.
said, nope, they're ants and left.
Yep, pretty much looked at that one spot in there and said ants and left, and I was like, well, I'm going to do inspection on the whole house.
Yeah.
Clearly, all the way across the back of the house are termite tunnels. I have pictures. We can post them up on there.
Yeah,
And
you're not going to
pictures.
find me in there like, oh, that's ants, I'm gone. Because when I get into a house, especially with termites, I'm like, okay, I'm going to find some termites, whether it's here or the neighbor's house.
Yeah, somewhere around you're going to find
something.
it. But yeah, there's termite tunnels going up and just damage. And I showed the guy, and he's like, wow, you're very thorough about it. And I was like, well, I can tell property management. I said, but the issue is yes, I found them, but it all depends on who the homeowner wants to use.
Yeah,
Because they may call the other company back, so I may not do the job. And I wound up telling property management, sending pictures to them, and they were like, oh, we're contacting him, the homeowner. We get a quote put to him, and he accepted it. So I got to do the job.
Oh, nice. So you got the job.
Yeah, which
perfect.
is surprising because half the time it doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because the termite job that we just did, it was through a property management, and then the owner doesn't live in towns, but then she wanted to contact me, and then she wanted to pay for it through me and things like that, which worked out way better because I got a payment right there.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, you're right. Usually it doesn't happen. Usually you'll go out there and then they'll send a quote, and then the owner will say, "Oh, well, I got somebody that can go do it."
Well, and my problem with that is like, and you trust that guy?
Yeah, but that's why we charge for inspections.
Yeah.
Because honestly, we're not wasting our time because we're still helping somebody, but we're out there spending time out there to look for it, and
at least an hour.
Yeah, at least an hour, and then they say, "Oh, we're going to use the other company." Well, you're still going to pay me for my time out there.
Yeah, exactly.
So. But usually, I'll if they do go with me, I'll take that inspection price off the
Knock
price
it
of
off. Yeah, I normally would too.
So what are the life cycles? I'm going to read this. I know it pretty well, but just so we make sure we don't miss anything. But the life cycles and colony structures. A new colony may begin after winged reproductive swarmers pair up and establish and protect location. The reproductive pair products offsprings, and colonies grow over time. Workers feed on other colony members. I didn't know that, actually. Local food and building the repair shelter tubes.
Yep.
So workers feed other colony members. Okay, so I got you.
So they
feeding on the colony members. So they feed other colony members. So if there's 2 colonies in there, then you're going to have one colony helping another colony, bringing food to them and helping them repair their shelter tubes. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I didn't know that. I'm going to be honest with you.
You would think they just fight each other like everybody, like all
Yeah. So that is
insects.
awesome, actually. And then like I said, and they help them rebuild their shelter tubes. Soldiers protect the colonies while mature colonies may produce swarmers. So, of course, we knew that swarmers are a reproductive event. It does not mean that the entire colony is leaving. So you'll get your swarmers wherever they land. They're starting new colonies, and they have new eggs and they have new queen usually, right? And then but it doesn't mean the whole colony's leaving with them. But if they land close enough, then they're going to help and work with each other.
Apparently, that's what you said.
That's pretty awesome. Let's see here.
Yeah, and I don't think they fly very far either when they fly out. I don't think it's no more than like what. I can't remember exactly what they said, but it's what 25, 50
25,
feet?
30 feet, depending on how hard the wind's blowing. Is what I
because
tell people.
they don't go very far.
Yeah, they don't go very far. So if you get 3 or 4 colonies around a house that they're all working together, bro,
you got to think about it. If you got a termite colony on a acre of land or half an acre of land, when their reproductive queens fly out,
they say
you got to think about how many swarmers do you typically see in a house? Thousands.
Oh yeah.
So if they fly out and land in your yard somewhere, how many colonies you think about to reproduce in that half an acre or whatever? That's crazy to think about.
Exactly. So one myth that I get from customers all the time, they'll say if I vacuum them up or I sprayed them, I killed them, or they're not there no more. So I don't think I have a problem. That is wrong.
Yeah, very wrong.
Yeah. That is super wrong because the swarmers, like the males die, right? The females lose their wings, start a new colony. So they have to get to that soil in a certain amount of time, right?
Yes, I believe so.
So
now, if they fly out inside of a house and land on the floor, if they can't make it down a crack and get to the soil within probably X amount of time, they'll probably just dry out without having moisture and die.
Exactly.
But if they're on the outside, you're in trouble.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Yeah, I get that all the time. We get termite inspection. Or I had termite swarm, but now they're gone.
I went to Lowe's and got that stuff that comes in the bottle.
Oh yeah, and I just
everywhere.
sprayed them. I sprayed them. They're dead now, so I don't have them. I said, well, the colony's in the ground.
Yeah.
And if you have them inside your house, that means the colony's underneath your slab here. So just because you killed those or because they're gone, if they're gone, it's even worse because they're making new colonies.
Yeah.
If you killed them, it's fine, but there's still thousands of termites underneath the ground in your house right now.
Yeah.
So
and the walls eating it up.
Shelter tubes. I call them shelter tubes. People call them mud tubes.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Same difference.
It's it's both. They're both
right. See the one little one on the wall, the little dirt spot. Most people call those vents.
Vents, yeah, the ones that come out and then they like plug it up. Those are like vents, but shelter tubes and they're both right because they are mud tubes and they are shelter tubes. They're mud tubes that are sheltered.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Just protects them.
Yep, exactly. Let's see here. Of course, the subterranean termites. What do they need? They need soil, they need the wood, and they need moisture.
Yep.
So, with that being said, all your AC lines outside. Condensation. A lot of times you'll see active termites in that area.
Wood mulch.
Wood mulch.
Wood
mulch is the
terrible.
worst. Yeah.
Wood mulch is probably one of the worst things you have. Or soil above the foundation line. You don't want that. But that's what's that?
It's soil too high. Conducive conditions. Yeah, that's some conducive. Yeah, the water dripping in conducive condition. Wood rot conducive condition. I mean, what else? We got fence against the house, conducive condition.
Wood forms left between the slabs.
Yeah, that's the world's worst. They never leave
they always leave them in there.
When we're doing termite jobs, and I know me and you've done hundreds of termite jobs together, but we'll be trenching next to the house, and guess what? We're trenching up the wood forms that they never removed. Yeah. It's like telling the termites come in.
Break them off below the ground. They probably just leave them in there and just put the soil above them, level the ground out around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah, they don't think about termites.
No.
Those people doing concrete.
They probably know, but who cares?
Maybe, yeah.
What's the easier way to do it? Go there and beat them out or just cover them up?
Yeah, cover them up.
Exactly. They're going to do the fastest route.
Exactly, yeah, that's crazy. Let's see here. Breaking termite tubes, not completed treatment. Yeah. That's some other misconception. I break a termite tube all the time. What I do is I take my phone, and I'll put it on record, and then I'll record it, and then I'll break it.
Yep.
And then that way I can show them. Yeah. And then I'll sit there for a minute, and then I'll try to back the camera out where I can get a pit like where the house is or the apartments or wherever we're at.
Speaking of that, breaking the tubes, that house I just told you guys about doing inspection on for the property management, I broke some of the tubes off down the back of the house, the mud tubes on the outside, just cracked a piece off. And you can see the termites pouring out because I wanted him to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just a renter, but who cares?
But he's seen it.
But he's seen it with his eyes.
Seen it, yeah.
And I was like, break them off, like, let's see little white little things coming out. That's termites. That's subterranean termites. Go down to the next one, crack a piece off, termites pour out. Yeah. Go down to the next one. I just went down the back of the house. I came back later after they
Is that one of the reels that you sent with those termite tubes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Those termite.
Yeah.
Yep.
That we put online.
So that same house, that was. I went there in the morning. I done inspection, and then whenever they said, "Okay, go ahead with the job," I said, "Well, I'll run back out there and I'll measure it and get a quote put on it." So when I came back, so that was like at 9:00 in the morning when I broke those tubes off. When I came back at like 3:00 in the afternoon, when I had time to go back and wheel it off or walk it off, get a graph, get the measurements, get a price on it for them, a quote for them, those mud tubes were fresh and built back.
Yeah. So I did the same thing.
I had pretty quick.
We were doing a carpenter ant job, and the guy still hasn't paid us. I'm really upset with this dude, but
shame on you, guy.
yeah, shame on you, guy. I'm gonna call you Monday.
Yeah,
give my payment. Give me my money. No, I'm just playing. I'm not playing. Really.
I'm going to rip your walls out. You don't
But we were doing a carpenter ant job, and we were walking around the house, and there was a piece of wood next to the fence. Same type of scenario. I pulled it up, and there was termites all in it. And so I got him a quote for a termite job, which I'm not going to do unless he pays up front because he still owes for a carpenter ant job. Yeah. But anyways, that's beside the point. The next day I came back to do something. I can't remember what happened, why I came back that so quick, but I did. And that wood that those termites were on, he had thrown away. But right next to his fence, they done built a shelter tube all the way up the pole. I mean, that high. On the outside of the post on the fence.
I said, "You remove my food if you want to."
And he was
I'm
like, and I think that may be why I went back over there because he said, "What is this?" I said, "That's the shelter tubes for the termites."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, I threw that piece of wood," and I was like, "I tried to tell you, like the colony is in the ground."
Yeah.
So they'll build them back super fast.
I was impressed because I didn't realize how fast they build things back. That was like within just hours.
Yeah, that's crazy. Mine was within a day, and they had already.
Mine was
had
within at least 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours. I mean, it wasn't, but this far, but still.
Bam,
right back.
Yep. Okay, so real quick, some warning signs for and the inspection process. So, some warning signs. Mud tubes, right?
Mud tubes.
Discarded wings.
Yep.
And indoor swarmers.
Yep. Or visible damage.
I always tell people if they swarm inside, you definitely have termites in your walls.
Oh yeah. 100%.
If you swarm outside, that doesn't mean that your house has termites, but it means that they are too close for comfort.
Close enough.
Yeah. So it's on you at that point whether you want to get a treatment.
Yep.
Visible damage wood, was the next one. You had already seen that one. You already said that one. Damaged baseboards, trim, driftwood, or flooring. If you have some damage in there, it should be easy to notice.
Right.
And then doors and windows suddenly becoming difficult to operate. So if you can't, like, one day you're like, man, why is this window not opening?
Right.
Take a look around that window. It's a good chance that maybe there are termites in there that's eating the wood that's kind of got the window messed up.
Yeah, off square. Yep.
Yeah, off square. So, what you have any like closing thoughts about termites or any tips for technicians that are just getting into the termite part of the things?
Once you start doing in termite inspection, you start getting familiar with what you're looking for the most part. The areas that you find, it sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
It really does. I mean, once you know what you're looking for, like right off bat, technicians, it's like, oh, you have termites. So just look for any moisture areas, either outside or inside. And I tell my technicians to just look. I mean, because they're just
there.
Be very thorough.
Yeah.
Look for deflections on the wall.
And look for
dirt spots.
I pulled up to an apartment complex the other day to help one of my technicians because they had a lot of units to do that day. I pulled up and right in front of a building. I got out and literally was there 2 minutes. I turned around and I looked, and it's just a habit. Looked at the foundation. There was 4 shelter tubes.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, that building's got termites. He was like, what do you mean? I look. I literally was there like that. I mean, it was, once you train your eye,
you see it.
You can see them.
It sticks out.
I'll be driving through neighborhoods looking at the foundations as I'm driving by, bro. It's like, it's an obsession. I can't stop.
And for any homeowners, if you think you got them, call a professional.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably going to cost you a good chunk of money for the most part.
Well, I mean, for the inspection, it's not.
No inspection, but the job itself, you're going to spend anywhere between $900 to probably $3,000 for a job.
Yeah.
It depends on how big your house is.
Yeah, and it depends on if it's crawl space or slab.
Yeah, exactly. But you're going to spend a little bit of money. But if you think you have termites, call a professional.
Yep.
Don't think, do it myself, because there's a lot of methods, and there's certain ways that you have to trench and treat, and how many gallons go for, and all this good stuff. So.
And you can, and what I tell homeowners all the time, you can do it yourself. It's fine if you know how.
Yeah.
But
the
problem is when you go to sell that house, if you don't have your termite disclosure documents, you don't have your warranty information, and say you do, you're a homeowner, right?
Yep.
You found termites.
Yep.
Oh, I'm going to look at YouTube. I'm going to watch Best Pest Podcast. They can tell me how to do it.
Which is
fine.
And
then they go do it, right?
Which is fine.
And then they go to sell their house 3 months later.
That's good for nothing.
They're the mortgage company, especially on VA loans.
Oh, I done termite job. I done it myself. They're gonna say, I don't care.
Yeah, get it done again.
Get it done, or you're not selling your house.
Or they won't put it up. So
yeah, so good to have that warranty with it, that contract with it. But I guess that bond.
Yeah, termite bond, things like that. They need it. They don't really have to have the bond, but they definitely need the disclosure document showing what it was treated with, how it was treated, where it was treated, and where everything was, with the damage and stuff was found, and things like that. They have to have that. Not on every sale of the house, but for a lot of, like 2 or 3 different mortgage companies, they need that.
Yep.
So I just want to give thanks to our Facebook followers, man.
Yeah.
I think we're still new, but we're over 1,000 followers on Facebook right now. So,
and how many we got on YouTube?
We're still pushing 200.
200,
we're at a little bit less than 200. So, but we're growing. I mean, we've been doing it for a couple months.
Subscribe, follow us, please.
Like, subscribe, follow us. Thank you for the ones following us on Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, we appreciate it. We're going to try to do something special
if you guys
for
have
y'all
any questions,
things like
reach
that.
out to us. I mean, we'll be more than welcome to take a phone
and I've been
call.
texting back and forth with one guy. He had some ideas, and I don't know where he's from. I told him maybe I could get him on the podcast on Facebook. I need to get back with him and see where he lives. But thank y'all, and we're continuing to grow.
Yep.
Leave in the comments anything that you want us to discuss.
Yep. Homeowners, other businesses, pest control businesses. I mean, I don't even care if you work at a grocery store. If you got you want to know something.
And we would like licensed technicians, service managers, lead techs, or branch managers that want to come on the podcast and talk about some stuff.
Yeah.
Just leave a comment or hit us up through Facebook on the messenger, or leave a comment in
email. I think our email's on there. Email's on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it back on there. Yeah, I'm gonna link our email into the description on YouTube every time. So if y'all are in those positions, we'd love to have you on and talk with you.
I can tell you, we've been in business for a long time, but there's a lot of things that we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we're learning. I'm still learning every day. And it's good to talk with other people with different experience and different you know.
I just learned the other day. Don't call me stupid. But I just learned that the UK is on an island by itself.
Oh, really? I didn't know that either. I don't even know where the UK is. I'll be honest with you.
I thought it was like over toward Paris. Or something.
I know where Texas is, and I know where Mexico is, and that's pretty much where I'm back and forth.
But yeah, you learn to do stuff every day.
All right. Thank y'all for watching this episode of the Best Pest Podcast, and we're out.
Now we here. Look alive, real talk, that's what we do. Unstoppable, breaking through. Best Pest Podcast. Best Pest Podcast. Robert and Josh, we on that.